Good morning, Attorney Haddad.
Hey, good morning.
If you have to speak to your clients, Ms. Brown and Ms. Wilson, the phones are out over here at ATBC.
I don't really need to talk to either one of them. We're ready for a plea on both.
Okay. When I get an opportunity, I would like to call you in regards to Ms. Gonzalez. She has some questions.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Order there, last reporter. I'm gonna pick up the phone and hold on a second. Hello? No.
Good morning, everyone. Are we ready to begin?
Yes, Your Honor, we ready?
All right, are the public defenders ready at the courtroom too?
We are, Judge. And Judge, this morning, when I noticed that you're on, I forwarded you the announcements. Hopefully you received it.
I did. Thank you so much. All right, good morning, everyone. This is the state all-purpose calendar in the State Court of Fulton County, Georgia. Today is March the 26th of 2026. I'm Judge Melanie Williams, and at this calendar today, we will address matters for individuals. We'll take pleas, arraign cases as necessary. All defendants, you have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you. You also have the right to counsel today. And as you can see, I am conducting this hearing by video. I am not there in person with you. That means any member of the public can log on and watch this proceeding. It's also being broadcast over the internet as a live stream. All right, who do we have first?
We can start with 20.
Petition number 4, Ms. Brown.
Okay, and I have that Ms. Brown as a please.
It is, Judge. So negotiate plea, Judge.
She said.
Okay. Ms. Brown, your case is 24 CR 006331Y. You're charged with simple battery in this case. You understand your rights this morning? All right, thank you. Mrs. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. For the simple battery position for the state's recommendation is time served. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And if we could sound for Ms. Clay at this time.
Okay. I'm sorry, what's Miss Clay's first name?
Um,
Is Miss
I
Clay
don't have that in
present?
front of me, Your
All
Honor.
right, is Miss Clay present? All right. Do you so stipulate, Mr. Haddad? And was that your understanding of the agreement today?
Yes and yes, Judge.
All right, Ms. Brown, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol that would affect your ability to understand this proceeding today? All right, and speak as loudly as you can. Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
And you understand by taking a plea, you're giving up your right to trial by judge or by jury,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're giving up your right to have state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes,
All right, and the time that you served in the Fulton County Jail should close out your case. And do you understand that taking a guilty plea may affect other aspects of your life, such as probation, employment, other open cases, or things your attorney or I may not be able to anticipate? Do you understand that?
yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney's representation? All right, as to the charge of simple battery, how do you plead, Ms. Brown? I'm sorry, I need to hear you. How do you plead?
Thank you.
All right, I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or Mr. Haddad?
No, Judge.
All right, Ms. Brown, best of luck to you. Take care. If you don't have other holds or other cases, they'll begin processing you out. We don't want to see you here anymore, all right? Have a good day.
Your Honor, before we move on, how many days are they giving her credit for time served? If Mr.
Remember,
knows,
11 days, Judge.
I'm sorry,
11.
11 days.
11. Is that correct, Mr. Sirocco?
Your Honor, the state actually can't advise as to that.
Right, and that's what I thought, that we can't calculate the exact amount of days, but whatever time she has served will close out her case. Well, what was the intended sentence? Let's put it that way, Mr. Sirocco. What's the
The time
intended?
served sentence.
Right, I understand that, but the number of days that you intend, you have to at least give us, if
Okay,
you
all
you
right,
intend for it
yes,
to be
I
a
can.
5-day sentence and then whatever time she would have
Sure.
served. You
That's your
can't calculate, you're right, you can't calculate the amount that she has
Mhm.
served to satisfy, but you can tell us what the time you wish
Uh,
for it to be.
States, our recommendation would be serve 22 days.
22 days. Okay, thank you. All right, what do we have next?
Position 62 and 63, Miss Wilson.
Okay, Ms. Wilson, your case is 25 CR 007532C. You're charged with simple battery. In that case, you also have 26 FTA 000523, which was a failure to appear as put on the docket today. Do you understand your rights, Ms. Wilson?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. On the charge of simple battery, the state's recommendation is 12 months, serve 24 days. Credit for time served. We're asking for a 12-week anger management. No further contact with Miss Denise Wiley. Stay away from the Chevron at 6129 Old National Highway in Atlanta, and 40 hours community service. We would ask that defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea, and if we could sound for Miss Wiley.
All right, is Ms. Wiley present? And Mr. Sirocco, does the state intend to now process the FTA upon?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Wilson, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right, thank you. And please speak up as loudly as you can so that we can get this down, okay? I'd like this to go smoothly. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, Your Honor.
And you fully understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or by jury? Is that a yes? Yes, all right. What I'm asking is, you understand there'll be no other court dates about this. You're closing your case today, all right? You're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you?
Yes.
And you fully understand the requirements as explained to you by your attorney that you're going to serve a 24-day sentence. You're going to take 12 weeks of anger management, have no contact with Ms. Wiley, and stay away from that Chevron, and also complete 40 hours of community service. Do you understand the requirements, Ms. Wilson?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right. As to the charge of simple battery, Ms. Wilson, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea, Ms. Wilson. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or
No,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Haddad?
And no, Judge, my records show that she spent 12 days in custody, so shouldn't be a time served sentence. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you. Best of luck to you, Ms. Wilson. That concludes your case. If there are no other holds or other cases, we'll begin processing you out, okay?
All right, that's at 26-27, Mr. Harris.
Your Honor, position 26-27, that's going to be a plea. The state has amended its recommendation to time served.
Okay.
That's correct, Judge.
All right, Mr. Harris, your case is 22 CR 000-674C. This case, you're charged with battery. You also have a failure to appear, docketed as 26 FTA 0000531. Do you understand your rights today? Thank you. All right, Mrs. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on the battery is going to be time served. And for that number, we're recommending serve 139 days, Your Honor. And upon acceptance of the plea, the state will null pros position 27, the FTA.
Okay. I'm
We
sorry,
would
I
have to defend-
serve how many days, Mr. Sirocco?
100 and, oh, actually, make sure I got this right. Yeah, it's actually going to be 143 days, Judge. We would ask that defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And we would like to sound for Mr. Anthony Chandler at this time.
So the additional requirements have been erased, including the anger management.
Yeah, given the time served, Judge, we're fine with that in this case.
Okay.
And yeah, so we're fine with that.
And no, and I'm assuming you're also requesting the stay away, or no?
Yeah, we're fine with the time served balance suspended, no further contact, and the stay away.
All right, I'm sounding for Anthony Chandler at this time. Is there Anthony Chandler on the Zoom call? Hearing none, Mr. Haddad, is that your understanding, and do you so stipulate?
We hear, Judge.
All right, thank you. Mr. Harris, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? Thank you. You can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time? Did anyone force you to take this plea today?
No.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange?
No.
And you are fully satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that taking a guilty plea may affect other aspects of your life, including probation, employment, immigration, or other things that may not be able to anticipate?
Yes, ma'am.
And you further understand that you're giving up your right to trial. There'll be no other court dates regarding this charge.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, as to the charge of battery, Mr. Harris, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or Mr. Haddad?
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Harris, best of luck to you. Take care. This matter is now closed.
Your Honor, I just want to make sure this is right. 12 months, credit for time served, 143 days, balance suspended with a stay away from 1420 Lansing Street. Is that correct?
That's what I believe. And a no contact with Mr. Chandler.
Mhm.
So the contact is still in order also.
I'm thinking so. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So 143. Okay.
All right. Who do we have next?
54, Mr. Weems.
Your Honor, on Mr. Weems, it's going to be a not guilty plea, Judge. That's 54, Judge.
Okay, I'm sorry. You must have seen the blank look on my face trying to find the paper. All right, so Mr. Williams, we're waiving arraignment today, Mr. Haddad, and going to a trial calendar.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Williams, your attorney has some additional development to do on the case. He's going to enter a form today that indicates that you wish to plead not guilty and proceed to trial. I'd like you to understand that if case goes to trial and the state will have the responsibility to prove the matter beyond a reasonable doubt. If you're found guilty, you could face a sentence of up to 1 year or a fine of $1,000. All right. But your case will be reset for a later date. Your attorney will be in contact with you regarding the development of your case. All right, Mr. Weems?
No, yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Take care. Have a good afternoon, Mr. Weems.
All right, at 5152, Mr. Smith. Cory Smith.
Okay, I have it. This is a plea. Is it a negotiated plea?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Smith, your case is 23 CR 0028004H. In this case, you're charged with obstruction. You also have an FTA docketed as 26 FTA 0000513. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. As to position 51, the willful obstruction, the state's recommendation is 12 months, serve 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, and pay a $300 fine. We would be fine with probation terminating upon completion of the condition here, Your Honor. And upon acceptance of the plea, the state has agreed to null pros position 52, the FTA. We would ask that defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. That is all for the state.
Do you so stipulate, Mr. Haddad, and was that your understanding?
Yes, Judge, and we stipulate.
All right, thank you. Mr. Smith, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol that would affect your ability to understand this proceeding today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
And you understand that by taking a guilty plea, you're giving up your right to trial by judge or by jury.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove this charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand the requirements as explained to you by your attorney that you'll have to pay a fine. And the time you're going to be required to serve a 30-day sentence. However, you'll get credit for the time you've already served. Do you understand that, Mr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. As to the charge of obstruction, how do you plead?
Guilty. Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea, Mr. Smith. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco, Mr. Haddad?
There is not, Judge.
All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Smith. That will conclude this matter for you.
Thank you, Judge.
Number 53, Mr. Sebastian Smith is next. I'm sorry. Hello.
All right, Mr. Sebastian Smith, your case is 26 CR 001690D. You're charged with obstructing or hindering a person attempting to make a 911 call, obstruction of a law enforcement officer, theft by shoplifting, and simple assault. Do you understand your rights today? All right, Mrs. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. For position 53, count 1, the obstructing or hindering persons making emergency phone call. State's recommending 12 months probation concurrent with count 4. No further contact with Guna Baral. Stay away from the Circle K Chevron location. That's 1337 Virginia Avenue in East Point. 20 hours community service. Count 2, the willful obstruction, 12 months probation concurrent with count 4, $300 fine and Op 21 law and decision-making course. For count 3, 12 months probation concurrent with count 4, anti-theft course. This is the theft by shoplifting. Anti-theft course, $500 fine on account of the prior. Stay away from the Circle K Chevron location at that same address. And count 4, 12 months, serve 90 days on the simple assault, balance probated, behavioral health evaluation, any recommended treatment. No further contact with Halesius Astris. Stay away from the Circle K at that aforementioned location, and 20 hours community service for a total of, in terms of community service and fines, $800 total in fines, 40 hours total community service, along with the anti-theft course, behavioral health. the Op 21 lung decision making and the no further contact and stay aways, Your Honor. We did speak with one of the victims here, Mr. Barral. He did agree with the state's recommendation. We would ask that the court sound for Guna Barral and Mr. Asris when appropriate. And we would ask the defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
Was this intended to be a time served, Mr. Sirocco?
No, Your Honor, I don't believe so.
Okay. And at this time, I'm sounding for Gunnar Barral. And I'm also sounding at this time for Haliesis. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Last name Asares. Asres. I'm sounding for both parties. Hearing and seeing none. Mr. Haddad, was that your understanding of the offer in this case? And do you still so stipulate to those three elements?
Judge, we stipulate, that was our understanding. Judge, the only request I have is for the court to consider waiving the probation fees for the first 2 months. But our social worker is trying to set him up through PAD as far as housing. And he's looking at additional jail time. This is not a time served sentence, Judge. So in light of his indigency, Judge, and all the fines, all the other costs, but as the court will consider waiving the first 2 months of probation fees, Judge.
All right, I will so waive the first 2 months of fees based upon your request, Mr. Haddad. All right, Mr. Smith, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking the plea? And you understand that taking the plea, you are giving up your right to trial. There'll be no other court dates about these charges today.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are satisfied with Mr. Haddad's representation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand the requirements, including the 40 hours of community service, the $800 fine, the fact that you'll need to take an anti-theft course, as well as a law and decision-making course? You're going to undergo some evaluations, and you do have some additional time to serve in the Fulton County Jail. Do you understand the requirements fully, Mr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wish to move forward and take the plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, as to the charges of obstruction of a law enforcement officer, hindering, making a 911 call, theft by shoplifting, and simple assault, how do you plead, Mr. Smith? I'm sorry, how do you plead?
Yes.
All right, I accept your guilty plea at this time. Is there anything additional, Mrs. Sirocco or Mr. Haddad?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and I did waive those 2 months of fees. Best of luck to you, Mr. Smith. That concludes your case for today. Well, that concludes this case in its entirety, all right?
Okay. 55 and 57, Mr. White.
All right, Mr. White has several cases today. Mr. White, you first have 26 CR 001337J. In that case, you're charged with criminal trespass. You have 26 CR 001515J. You're charged with criminal trespass in that case. You also have 26 CR 1691J. And in that case, you are charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand your rights today? All right, thank you. Mrs. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. For position 55, criminal trespass, the state's recommendation is 12 months probation concurrent with 26 CR 001515J. Stay away from all Bedford Pines apartments, to include 509 Boulevard, Northeast in Atlanta, 20 hours community service. For position 56, that criminal trespass, state's recommending 12 months served, 90 days, credit for time served, behavioral health evaluation, and any recommended treatment. A social worker visit for housing. Stay away from all Bedford Pines apartments, to include 509 Boulevard, Northeast in Atlanta, 20 hours community service. And for position 57, that criminal trespass, 12 months probation concurrent with 26 CR, the case ending in 1515J. Stay away from all Bedford Pines apartments, again, to include, on this instance, 657 Boulevard Northeast, and 20 hours community service for a total of 60 hours community service. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea, and we would ask that the court stress that he cannot return to these properties, Judge.
Understood. Mr. Haddad, was that your understanding of the negotiated offer, and do you so stipulate?
Judge, we stipulate, and I apologize, I would request the 90 days, Mr. Strelko, if it could be applied to position number 57. Either way, he's got additional time, but on 57 is the one he's most recently in custody for, and he's served 14 days, so.
That's fine, Mr. Haddad.
Thank you, sir. Judge Williams, other than that, Judge, I would ask the court to accept the negotiations if the court is inclined on considering waiving the first couple months of probation fees in light of, I mean, these are criminal trespass cases, so we're dealing with those issues, Judge.
All right, I will waive 2 months of fees, and once he's completed the community service, he can go non-reporting. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. White, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes,
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Mr. White, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take this plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking the plea?
No, ma'am.
And you understand that taking a guilty plea, you are giving up your right to trial by judge or by jury.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Ma'am.
And you fully understand that the requirements, and the most important requirement, Mr. White, in addition to the 60 hours of community service, is that you absolutely cannot go back to that location. Do you fully understand that they do not want you there and you cannot go back?
Okay,
Is that a yes?
I'm gonna write it down.
He said
Both
yes.
locations.
Miss Young, please mute. What'd you say, Mr. White? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you fully understand that. All right. And you understand, are you satisfied with Mr. Haddad's representation?
Absolutely.
All right. Mr. White, as to the charge of criminal trespass for the case ending in 1337J, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right. As to the case ending in 1515J, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the case ending in 1691J, in which you're also charged with criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, Mr. White, I accept your guilty pleas in these cases. Please understand you cannot go back to that location, and you will have some additional time to serve in the Fulton County Jail, all right? All right, Mr. White, best of luck to you. Again, if you go back there, the Fulton County Jail will be waiting for you with open arms. Do not go back to Bedford Pines, all right?
Man, you gotta worry about me going back.
All right, thank you. Take care, Mr. White. Have a good day.
The hell are they doing? 4445 Patterson.
All right, and I don't have an announcement, Mr. Haddad, for Mr. Patterson. I have needs to speak. What's the announcement?
White's.
I still have not spoken with him.
Oh, is the phone work? I heard earlier the phone might not be working. Is the phone working now?
It was working.
Phone was I think our phones are working, right?
ACDC
working.
ACDC's wasn't working.
Okay, it's working then. Mr. White, can you call courtroom too?
I can, Judge, and
Thank you.
all the rest of mine that have needed to speak have been taken. So that'll be the last one.
Okay, thank you. All right, can we take another position while Mr. White calls Mr. Patterson?
Do 4849, Mr. Robinson.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Robinson. Your case is 25 CR 001945J. You're charged with criminal trespass, and you also have an FTA docketed as 26 FTA 00511. Do you understand your rights today? All right, thank you, Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. For position 48, the criminal trespass, state's recommending 12 months, served 26 days, credit for time served, balance probated, recommending a social worker visit for housing. Stay away from the AMC, and that is at 955 Memorial Drive Southwest in Atlanta. 30 hours community service. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea, and upon acceptance of the plea, the state has agreed to null pros position 49, the FTA.
AMC is in the movie theater?
Yes.
Okay, understood. Making sure it wasn't something medical.
Mhm.
All right. Mr. Haddad, was that your understanding of the offer? And do you so stipulate to the three elements in this case?
We stipulate, Judge, we do have a social worker here in the courtroom. She's going to talk to Mr. Robinson. I did want to alert the court that my client just informed me his last name is Roberts. We will waive any defect in the accusation. He is also originally from Delaware. So as soon as he's done with the community service, I would ask the court to place him on non-reporting. He intends on returning back home.
All
That's
right.
fine.
He can go non-reporting once he is completed. All right, and apologies, Mr. Roberts, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge? Thank you. And speak as loudly as you can. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time? Did anyone force you to take a guilty plea today? Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea? Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation? Thank you. All right. And you understand the requirements as explained to you by your attorney, including the fact that you are going to complete 30 hours of community service and you absolutely are not going back to that movie theater on Memorial Drive. You understand all of that, Mr. Roberts?
Yes, I have one question though. The trespass thing is over with. It's been over a year, so does that still count?
Why don't you speak to your attorney about that? You want to ask him that question very quickly? I don't want to give you any legal advice. And Mrs. Sirocco, just wanted to clarify, was this intended to be a time served plea?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Do you feel fully informed, Mr. Roberts? I'm sorry? All right. As to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead, Mr. Roberts? I'm sorry? I accept your guilty plea at this time. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or Mr. Haddad?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you, sir. That case is now closed at this time.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll go back to Mr. Patterson. Go back to 44, 45, Mr. Patterson.
Mr. White, what's the announcement?
That'll be a negotiated plea, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Patterson. Please, your cases are 26 CR 001099B. In that case, you're charged with criminal trespass. You also have 26 CR 001701B. In that case, you're charged with criminal trespass and obstruction. Do you understand your rights today? Is that a yes, Mr. Patterson?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Mrs. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. On position 44, state's recommendation on the criminal trespass is 12 months probation concurrent with the position 45 case ending in 1701B. Behavioral health evaluation, any recommended treatment. Stay away from the Motif by Morningside Apartments. That is at 2175 Lenox Road, Northeast in Atlanta. And for position 45, the criminal trespass and willful obstruction, respectively, the state's recommending on count 1, 12 months, serve 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated. Stay away from the Motif by Morningside Apartments at that same address. 30 hours community service, and count 2, state's recommending 12 months probation concurrent with count 1 and a $300 fine. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
All right, and I'm assuming that this is not intended to be a time served plea.
That's correct, Judge.
All right, thank you. Mr. White, do you so stipulate, and was that your understanding of the agreement today?
Judge, yes, we do stipulate that was our understanding. We
Right.
will.
Go ahead,
that
Mr.
the
White.
Probation terminator go non-reporting. I'm sorry, I was going to say, we would ask that his probation terminator go non-reporting once he completes all of his requirements and ask to waive the first 2 months of his probation fees.
We'd be
All right.
fine with non-reporting upon completion of the requirements, Judge.
All right, he can go non-reporting once he's completed, and I will waive 2 months. All right, Mr. Patterson, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and is given under the penalty of perjury?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. You put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol that would affect your ability to understand this proceeding today? Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange? Is that a no or a yes?
No, no.
All right, and are you satisfied with Mr. White's representation?
Yes.
And you fully understand the requirements, including the fact that you're going to undergo an evaluation, complete community service, and pay a $300 fine. Do you understand the requirements fully, Mr. Patterson? Is that a yes? All right, thank you. All right, and you understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury in these cases.
Yes.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
And you understand that taking a guilty plea can affect other aspects of your life, such as probation, employment, and immigration, things I may not be able to anticipate.
Yes.
All right. As to the case ending in 1099B in which you're charged with criminal trespass, how do you plead, Mr. Patterson?
Guilty.
All right, thank you. And is the case ending in 01701B in which you're charged with criminal trespass and obstruction, how do you plead, Mr. Patterson?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. As already indicated, he will receive 2 months of fees waived and he'll go non-reporting upon completion. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or Mr. White?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Patterson. These 2 cases are now closed.
Thank you. All right, 22 to 23, Mr. Gore.
Okay, I have needed to speak. What's the announcement for these cases?
That's going to be a not guilty, Judge.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Gore, your attorney has some additional development to do on this case. The case will now be proceeding to a trial. You'll be in communication with your attorney between now and that time. I understand that at trial, the state will still have to prove this matter beyond a reasonable doubt. If you're found guilty, you can face a sentence of up to a year, or you'll have to pay a fine of up to $1,000. All right, and your attorney will enter that waiver today. So at this time, your case is reset for the notice, Mr. Gore. All right.
Thank you,
All
Your
right. All right. Take care, Mr. Gore.
16, Mr. Fleetwood next.
I have that this is a negotiated plea.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Fleetwood, your case is 26 CR 001660Y. You're charged with battery, family violence, and simple battery. You understand your rights?
As well.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, for the battery family violence, Your Honor, the state's recommending for count 1, 12 months, serve 180 days, credit for time served, balance probated, recommending FFIB, ADET, no further contact with Maya Lakes, stay away from 2477 Metropolitan Parkway in Atlanta, random screens for drugs and alcohol, no drugs and alcohol while out on probation, and no firearms. Count 2 would merge with count 1. That is the simple battery family violence. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And if we could sound for Ms. Lakes at this time, Judge.
All right, is Ms. Lakes present and wishes to make a statement? Hearing none, Mr. White, do you so stipulate, and was that your understanding?
That is our understanding, Judge. We do stipulate for the purposes of the plea. we would ask for a waiver of 3 months of probation fees. I mean, he's got another 75 days in jail by our calculations. And then we'll have to pay for the FEIP and ADET. So we'd ask, and then ask that his probation go to non-reporting once he completes all his requirements.
We would object to non-reporting, Judge, given the nature of the case and history here.
Okay, what's his history, Mr. Sirocco?
Let me see.
Or actually, Ms. Hutchinson, can I please have this defendant's history?
Yes, Judge. I missed the position number.
Number 16.
Okay, give me one moment. All right, Judge. This defendant has a total of 28 cycles, a November of 2025 conviction for theft by shoplifting. Prior to that, a CWAC conviction from 2011 out of Fulton County, a 2010 willful obstruction and giving false name NOLO conviction, or NOLO plea, and nothing further to add.
All right. What I'll do, Mr. White, I will waive 4 months of fees, but I am going to require him to report the entire 12 months. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Fleetwood, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this time that would affect your ability to understand this proceeding?
Oh, no.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a guilty plea?
Oh, y'all.
Did anyone force you to take a guilty plea?
Oh, y'all.
And you understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury?
Yes.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
And you fully understand the requirements of the sentence, that you're going to take the FVIP course, you're going to undergo an evaluation, you're to have no contact with Ms. Slake, stay away from that location, you're going to serve a 180-day sentence, and you're going to be subject to random screams, you're to have no alcohol and no firearms. Are all the requirements clear to you as explained to you by your attorney?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You understand. So that means that I do, what, 90 days on the 100.
No, my question is, what was this intended to be a time served plea, Mrs. Sirocco or Mr. White?
No, Your Honor.
No, so
Okay.
you do have some additional time to serve.
Okay.
Question was, is he getting credit for 2 for 1, basically, because it's a 180-day sentence? And,
Right, I can't answer that as the court. The jail will calculate the time, but typically that is what is customary. Okay, but I can't promise that that's what will happen. Okay.
All right.
With that information, do you still wish to take this plea, Mr. Fleetwood?
Ma'am.
You do? All right. And last question, you understand that taking a guilty plea can affect aspects of your life that I may not be able to anticipate, such as employment, probation, immigration, other things of that nature. With that said, do you wish to move forward and take a plea, Mr. Fleetwood?
Ma'am.
All right. As to the charge of battery family violence, how do you plead?
Yes.
I accept your guilty plea as indicated that he will receive a waiver of such certain amounts of the fees. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or Mr. White?
No, Your Honor.
no, Your Honor.
All right, with that, best of luck to you, Mr. Fleetwood. That's going to close your case today.
Thanks.
All right.
Go to 46 and 47. Just a refresh.
That'll be a negotiated plea, Judge.
All right, sir. Mr. Press, your case is 24 CR 001554J. You're charged with terroristic threats. You also have an FTA docketed as 26 FTA 000525. Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. On position 46, the terroristic threats and acts, the state's recommending 12 months served 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated, 12-week anger management, no further contact with Jamarcus Farmer. Stay away from the Taco Bell that is located at 2951 Legion Way in Atlanta. 60 hours community service and no firearms. We did speak with Mr. Farmer. He is in agreement with the state's recommendations here. We would ask that the court sound for him at the appropriate time, and we would ask that defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
All right. Is Mr. Farmer present, wishes to make a statement? Hearing none. Mr. White, do you so stipulate, and was that your understanding?
That is our understanding, Judge. We do stipulate for the purposes of the plea.
All right, thank you. Mr. Press, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right, thank you. Please speak as loudly as you can. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time that would affect your ability to understand this proceeding? Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea today? Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No.
And you understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury? And do you fully understand the requirements of the sentence, including the fact that you're going to serve a 60-day sentence? You're going to complete 12 weeks of anger management, have no contact with Mr. Farmer, stay away from that Taco Bell. You're going to complete 60 hours of community service, and you're to have no firearms. Are those requirements clear to you today, sir? And do you understand that taking a guilty plea can affect aspects of your life that your attorney and I may not be able to anticipate, such as probation, employment, immigration, or other matters? All right, as to the charge of terroristic threats and acts, how do you plead? I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional from the state or the defense?
Yes, Judge, we will. I forgot to mention Noel Pross, the position 47 FTA, given the guilty plea here.
Understood. Thank you, Mr. Sirocco. Anything additional, Mr. White?
No, Your Honor.
All right, this case is now closed. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Goodbye. All right, this is 1 and 2, Mr. Barrett.
Your Honor, before we go on, we didn't go non-reporting or anything on Mr. Repress, did we?
We didn't.
Okay.
And we would not be
Okay,
able
I
to.
was just making sure. My apologies.
All right, and the announcement for position 1 and 2, I need to speak.
That's a negotiated plea, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Barrett, your case is 24 CR 002956J. In this case, you're charged with battery family violence. You also have an FTA docketed. It's 26 FTA 000510. Do you understand your rights today? All right, Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. On the battery family violence, state's recommendation is 12 months, served 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, recommending FFIB, ADET, no further contact with Damali Johnson. Stay away from 2086 Pinecone Drive Southwest in Atlanta, and 40 hours community service. We would ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. We would ask that the court sound for Ms. Johnson when appropriate, and upon acceptance of the plea, the state will null pros position 2, the FTA here.
All right, is Damali Johnson present and wishes to make a statement?
Yes, I'm present and I would like to make a statement.
All right, please turn your camera. Please raise your right hand.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, what would you like to tell me today?
I would like to share that I would not like to press charges on Kamor Barrett. We do have 2 small children together and we are no longer in a relationship, but we would like to co-parent.
Okay, understood. I appreciate you coming to court to make that statement, Ms. Johnson. Mr. White or Mr. Bracco, in light of their statement, is there any adjustments you all would like to make?
Well,
Your Honor, we're still asking for the no further contact here. I do see prior battery and battery family violence cases, and it appears to be an open ag assault, terroristic threats and acts case out of Clayton from just this last August. The battery family violence that I saw 2021 from Clayton was ultimately null pros. That was a case nonetheless, and I do see as well battery case, battery arrest out of, I'm not sure what county. I'm assuming it's Clayton, but that one was a battery, not a battery family violence out of Morrow Police Department. Made the arrest there. That was 2021 as well. So we would be concerned about contact here. We'll be asking for no further contact still.
Okay, what about a third-party transfer or any comment, Mr. White?
I'm sorry, Judge. I'd like to speak with my client again in light of the testimony of the alleged victim.
Okay. So we'll hold on this for a moment. Can Mr. White, can you give the jail a call?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Can we take a position? Mr. Haddad, are you complete? Is there a position we can take that's yours while Mr. White makes that call?
Judge, I think I'm caught up with all of, yes, I'm done with all my cases. There's one more person that we're talking about.
So do you still want to enter a guilty
Okay,
plea?
Mr. White,
She says she
Mr.
doesn't
White,
want to prosecute.
Mr. White,
We can
mute,
schedule
mute,
you for
Mr.
a
White.
trial. I understand.
Mr. White, somebody mute Mr. White, please. Thank you. Okay.
So I have one more person that we're talking to right now. Position 6061, Judge, but other than that, I'm caught up on my end.
Okay.
We'll have a private attorney.
Your Honor,
Are there any I saw the other private attorneys logged in, or is Ms. McLeod here?
Judge?
Okay. Yes, Mr. White? Mr.
Sorry.
White, can you hear me, Mr. White? I was yelling at you. Don't stop talking. Anyway, all right, we can hear you now. Is it changed, or how are we proceeding on 1 and 2?
Your Honor, he wants to go ahead and go forward with the plea, but we would ask that no further contact be and the stay away be lifted. The alleged victim is clearly doesn't want to prosecute. She's asking for help with her children, their children that they have together. It would be a burden on her to have to go through a third party to make it more difficult. She wants contact. It doesn't make any sense for the stay away, no further contact. They're not in, this is a 2-year-old case at this point, and they're no longer in a relationship, but they do care for their children. So we'd ask that the no further contact and stay away be lifted.
All right, let me hear the history again. Ms. Hutcherson, can I have the history for position 1 and 2?
Yes. To it. Has a total of 10 cycles, 3 out of Florida and 7 out of Georgia. A August of 2025 arrest for terroristic threats and aggravated assault out of Clayton County. That case appears to be open. There's no disposition listed. A May of 2024 arrest for battery family violence. That may be this case.
That is this case.
Okay. A 2021 battery arrest out of Morrow. Also no disposition listed. He did have a 2021 arrest for battery, simple battery, and simple battery family violence, but those cases was no pros. A conviction from 2017 for possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and a completed first offender from 2016 for forgery in the 3rd degree, and nothing further.
Okay. What I'm inclined to do, Mr. White, if he takes the plea today, is to leave the no contact and stay away and require the third party transfer until he completes the FVIP. Once he's completed FVIP, I would lift those. So does he wish to move forward with the plea if I do that today?
Judge, we're moving forward with the plea regardless.
Okay. So that's what I'll do. Once FVIP is completed, we'll remove the stay away and the no contact, but it will be in place until the completion of that class. Okay.
Fair
All
enough,
right.
Judge.
All right, Mr. Barrett, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right. You can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time? I'm sorry, speak loudly.
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
And you fully understand the requirements of the sentence, including the fact that you're going to serve the 30-day sentence. You're going to take the FVIP class, undergo an evaluation, and you're going to complete 40 hours of community service. You're to have no contact with Ms. Johnson and to use a third party to transfer the children and stay away from that location until you complete the class. Once the class is completed, you can have contact with Ms. Johnson and return to that location. Do you understand the requirements, Mr. Barrett? Is that a yes? Are you fully satisfied with your attorney's representation today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you fully understand that you're giving up your right to trial by judge, jury, and there'll be no further court dates about this battery family violence charge?
Yes, ma'am.
And Judge, I'm sorry, I neglected to ask for a fee waiver and the probation go to non-reporting once he completes his requirements.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll waive 2 months, but I am going to require him to report the entire time. Okay. All right. As to the charge of battery family violence, how do you plead, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Thank you.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or Mr. White?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you, sir. Your cases are now closed. And to you as well, ma'am. Take care.
Still in the front row. All right, 12 and 13, Mr. Crowder will be next.
I have negotiated plea.
That's correct, Judge.
All right. Mr. Crowder, your case is 23 CR 007861J. You're charged with DUI less safe. And you also have an FTA docketed as 26 FTA 000, I'm sorry, 000524. Do you understand your rights today?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. On the DUI, alcohol less safe, state's recommendation is 12 months, serve 18 days, credit for time served, balance probated, ADET, risk reduction, victim impact panel, one victim impact panel, $300 fine and 40 hours community service. Upon acceptance of the plea, the state will null pros position 13, the FTA. We would ask that defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And that should be all for the state. It is intended to be time served.
Thank you. All right, Mr. White, you so stipulate, and that was your understanding?
It is, Judge. We would ask to convert that $300 fine to an additional 30 hours of community service. I'd also ask for a certificate of first conviction and ask that his probation go non-reporting once he completes all his requirements. This case is almost 5 years old.
All right, so granted, Mr. White. I think that's reasonable. All right, Mr. Crowder, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time? I'm sorry?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Did anyone force you to take a guilty plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a guilty plea?
No, ma'am.
And you understand that you're giving up your right to trial by judge and jury?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you fully understand the implications of pleading guilty to DUI as explained by your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're satisfied with your attorney's representation today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you fully understand the requirements, including the community service and classes and evaluation you'll have to undergo, Mr. Crowder? All right. As to the charge of DUI less safe, how do you plead?
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or Mr. White?
No, Judge.
No,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Best of luck to you, Mr. Crowder. That concludes your case for today.
Number 42, 43, Mr. Milwaukee.
I have that this is a negotiated plea.
It is, Judge.
All right, Mr. Milwaukee, your case is 26 CR 001790D. You're charged with criminal trespass. You also have the case 26 CR 00396D. I'm sorry, 000396D. And in that case, you're charged with criminal trespass and obstruction. Do you understand your rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor, for position 42, the criminal trespass, the state's recommending 12 months, served 60 days. Credit for time served, balance probated. Stay away from the in-town suites. That's at 1175 Hembry Road in Roswell. No further contact with any staff or residents of the Roswell in-town suites. 30 hours community service. For position 43, the criminal trespass and obstruction, respectively. On count one, we're recommending 12 months probation concurrent with the case ending in 1790D. Stay away from that same in-town suites in Roswell. No further contact again with any staff or residents there. And 12 months probation on count two, concurrent with count one. $300 fine. That is for that willful obstruction. We would ask that defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And that should be all for the state.
Mr. White, you so stipulate now, it's your understanding?
It is, Judge, and we would ask again, the fine on case number 43, convert that to an additional 30 hours of community service, waive 2 months of his probation fees. He does still have some time to do in the jail, and ask that his probation terminate once he completes all of his requirements.
We would certainly object to termination, Judge. We'd be fine with non-reporting. But there is a Miss Ducksworth that lives there as well. I believe it's the defendant's ex-wife. And from what I can tell, she doesn't want any contact with him, and he just keeps returning to that location. The second time here in violation of the bond order set out under case ending in 0396D.
Stay away still in place, even on
Right,
termination.
stay away would still be in place. All right, so we'll allow him, he'll go non-reporting, and what we'll do is we will convert that fine to community service. All right? All right, sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
And you understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you fully understand the requirements of the sentence, including the fact that you cannot return to that location or have contact with the residents, and you're going to complete 60 hours of community service in total?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you understand that taking a guilty plea may affect aspects of your life that we may not be able to anticipate, such as probation, immigration, employment, or other matters?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. As to the charge of criminal trespass for the case ending in 1790D, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
All right. And as to the charges of criminal trespass and obstruction for the case ending in 0396D, how do you plead?
I plead also guilty.
All right. I accept your guilty plea. Again, I am waiving 1 month of fees. Once he's completed the requirements, that he can go non-reporting. Is there anything additional?
No, Judge.
All right. Best of luck to you. That concludes these two cases.
We go to try to go number 28, Mr. Hackbook.
All right. I have that there was a private attorney for this case. Is the attorney for Mr. Hagerbrook online? His attorney does not appear to be present. Sir, have you spoken with your attorney?
No, ma'am.
Okay. We may have to reset this case. Who is your attorney?
What's his name? Christopher Campbell. Yeah, Christopher Campbell.
Okay. I don't see Mr. Campbell online, so we can't go to this position now. We'll come back to you, sir. Hopefully your attorney will log on. Is there anyone else we can take?
There is, number 30, Mr. James.
And the announcement from Mr. James is this Mr. White or Mr. Haddad? What's the announcement for number 30?
A negotiate a plea, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. James, your case is 26 CR 001641J. You're charged with criminal trespass. You understand your rights today? All right, thank you. Mr. Siraka?
Yes, Your Honor. On position 30, the criminal trespass for Mr. James, state's recommending 12 months, served 90 days, credit for time served, balance probated, behavioral health evaluation, and any recommended treatment, as well as a social worker visit for housing. Stay away from all MARTA premises and property in accordance with the permanent ban he has, as well as 30 hours community service. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
All right, and do you so stipulate, Mr. White? And was that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor. We do stipulate for the purposes of plea. That was our understanding.
All right. Mr. James, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge? Thank you. You can put your hand down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time? Speak up, Mr. James. Do you wish to take a plea today, Mr. James?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure?
I'm trying to make sure I take the plea like that.
Would you like to speak to your attorney quickly?
Oh, yes.
All right, Mr. White, can you call courtroom 2? I'm not sure we're going to take this plea today.
Come on.
Hang on. Everybody else, one on two. You understand? Yeah. I'm sorry. No.
Judge, Mr. James does want to go forward.
Okay. All right, so you're already sworn in, Mr. James. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
Oh, wow.
Did anyone force you to take a guilty plea today?
Oh, wow.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a guilty plea?
Oh, wow.
And you understand you're giving up to your right to a trial by judge and jury? Are you fully satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, ma'am. By the way.
And all right, and you fully understand the requirements, including you're going to undergo an evaluation, serve a 90-day sentence, and you're not to go back to that MARTA premises or any MARTA premises, and you're going to complete 30 hours of community service. Do you fully understand all the requirements?
Just that one thing. What that you was saying about 90 days?
You'll have to serve a 90-day sentence. You understand that?
I thought he said 30 days.
No, you will get credit for the time you've already served in the Fulton County Jail. This is not intended to be a time served plea, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
So you will have some additional time to serve. The total time served will be 90 days. Do you understand that, Mr. James? And do you wish to move forward with taking a plea?
Judge, I explained to him that based on our calculations, he has another 30 days to do, and that may be the confusion. He has 30 actual days left.
30, okay, so there is some additional time as explained to you by your attorney. Do you wish to move forward and take the plea?
I was to move forward.
Is that a yes?
He said, Judge, I apologize. He says he wishes to move forward. Say yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And I apologize, Mr. James. It's just not the best sound. Sometimes some of your words get cut out. As to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional, Mr. Sirocco or Mr. White?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. James, that concludes this case. Best of luck to you.
I thank you, appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
21, Mr. Gordon.
Okay, and I don't have an announcement for this one, Mr. White. What is the announcement for Mr. Gordon?
I'm sorry, what position?
21.
Oh, I said 41. 21 is the negotiated plea, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Gordon, your case is 26 CR 1651F. In this case, you're charged with criminal trespass. You understand your rights? I'm sorry, is that a yes or no to understanding your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation here on the criminal trespass is 12 months, served 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated, mental health evaluation, any recommended treatment, stay away from the BP gas station that is at 1990 Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway in Atlanta, and 40 hours community service. We would ask that defense stipulate to factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And I believe that's it for the state.
Do you still stipulate, Mr. White, and that was your understanding?
Judge, we do stipulate, we would ask to waive 2 months of probation fees. Now his probation to terminate once he completes his community service and evaluation.
And we would object to termination. We'd ultimately be fine with non-reporting here, Judge, given his history.
All right, what is his history, Mr. Sirocco?
I see 51 prior cycles, Your Honor. Criminal trespass, obstruction conviction, 2023, sentenced to 12 months or 47 days. That was stay away from another Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway business. Another criminal trespass conviction, 2023, stay away from that other location, again along the same road. Simple battery, obstruction conviction, 2022, 12 months or 66 days. Another simple battery conviction, 2022, disorderly conduct conviction, 2019. Criminal trespass at another Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway location. That was 2019, sentenced to serve 54 days. There's more criminal trespass convictions and other cases.
We'll let him go non-reporting. He'll go non-reporting once he completes the requirements, all right? And I will waive those 2 months of fees. All right, Mr. Gordon, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony gives today be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right, you can put your head down. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
Nope.
Did anyone force you to take a guilty plea?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a guilty plea?
No, ma'am.
And you fully understand the requirements of the sentence, that you're going to serve a 60-day sentence, undergo an evaluation, and upon release, you'll stay away from that gas station on Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway, and you're also going to complete 40 hours of community service. Do you fully understand the requirements of the sentence as explained to you by your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with Mr. White's representation?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that taking a guilty plea may affect probation, employment, immigration, or other matters that we may not be able to anticipate?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead, Mr. Gordon?
Yes.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional from state or the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, best of luck to you, Mr. Gordon. That concludes your case. Don't go back to that location, okay?
I get time served.
I don't believe it's a time served plea. I believe there's some additional time that you'll have to serve. Is that correct, Mr. White?
Yes, as we spoke about yesterday, Mr. Gordon, you've got another 15 days by our calculation.
Huh?
Got 50 more.
Yes. Nếu vào lề đây anh đấy. Nếu mình build. So that's it.
Judge, I'll call.
Right. Thank you, Mr. White. I appreciate you.
All
All right. Who do we have next?
This is Paul.
Hey. Hey.
Hey, Ms. Gordon.
Hey. Paul, man.
Judge, I have one announcement.
Okay.
Judge, on position 60 and 61, Jamal Williams, going to enter a plea of not guilty, will waive any reading of the charges. Judge.
All right. Thank you. So that'll be reset for the notice to a division.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, number 18, Fairbanks, whatever you
I got all my time, man.
Is everything all right at courtroom 2?
Number 18, not 18, 15, Mr. Fairbanks. You'll be next whenever. Might get phone.
Understood. Thank you. Is Miss McLeod present? I said pleasant. Is she present? Can we see if we can get Miss McLeod, perhaps? Okay. Who represents Mr. Oh, that's Mr. White.
Judge, he's almost wrapped up with the gentleman.
Understood. Thank you.
What they gonna be? Come in all day. Good thing. You gonna do a good thing. Well, come on, do it. Oh, there for a couple days.
I'm still in this front row with Hush.
And Judge, Mr. Gordon understands. We're good.
Understood. Thank you, Mr. White. Now we're moving on to Mr. Fairbanks, position 15. Mr. Fairbanks, your case is 26 CR 001650A. In this case, you're charged with loitering and prowling. Do you understand your rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. On the loiter prowl, state's recommending 12 months served 90 days, credit for time served, balance probated, MHET, and I'm not sure whether they've decided, but we're recommending that he either enter the Home of Light program or undergo an Op 21 law and decision-making course here. No further contact with, it's determined that individual is a juvenile LW. Stay away from 546 Allen Road in Atlanta and 40 hours community service. We would ask that the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And
You said stipulate.
If we could send for any adult,
any guardian of LW.
Yeah.
Is there any guardians present? It's hard to, I don't even want to say the last name. Any parents or guardians pertaining to this case present on the Zoom conference for the case of Fairbanks?
Oh, no.
All right. And Mr. White, which one is he going to do, the class or the program?
Going with the Operation 21, Judge.
Okay. Okay, understood. Thank you.
I don't know anything about the other program, so.
Okay, understood.
First I've heard of it.
Okay. Mr. Fairbanks, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? Thank you. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time that would affect your ability to understand this proceeding today? And are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a guilty plea?
I was taking.
Do you feel forced? Do you feel like you pleas are voluntary? Is anybody making you take a plea today?
I don't feel like that. I said what I think. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so I don't quite understand. Do you wish to take a plea, and is anyone making you do it?
I have to plead. I mean, I have to plead, right?
Right. So yes, and no one is making you take a plea today?
I mean,
I'm sorry, Mr. Fairbanks. Is this a yes or a no?
What she's asking is, are you doing this because you want to?
I mean, it's yes,
You want to take a plea today?
yes,
All right. And you understand the requirements of the sentence as explained to you by your attorney, including the fact that you'll serve a 90-day sentence. You're going to take the law and decision making class. You're going to stay away from that location on Allen Road, have no contact with L. White, and complete 40 hours of community service. You understand all of that, Mr. Fairbanks?
so I have 90 days left.
It's a 90-day sentence. It's not that you have 90 days left. That is the entire sentence, and you'll get credit for the time that you've been in the Fulton County Jail.
Mr. Fairbanks, we discussed 29 more actual days for you.
Oh, yes, sir. I mean,
All right. So with that said, do you wish to still take this plea?
yes.
All right. As to the charge of loitering and prowling, Mr. Fairbanks, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional from the state of the defense?
No, Judge.
Yes, Judge, I neglect to ask for a 2-month fee waiver and then non-reporting upon completion.
I'll waive 1 month because I believe that's a 1-day class, 1 hour, and then he can go non-reporting once he's he's also got to do community service. So okay, I will waive 2 months. All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Fairbanks.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, who do we have next? Are there any other private attorneys or conflict attorneys on the line? Because I believe that might be all that we have left.
Your Honor, Ms. McLeod said that her cases are going to be waived.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Young.
And do we know which ones are McLeod's cases?
I think she only had one. Let me go back.
Position 34.
Okay, so 34 will be a waiver of arraignment. Miss Young, any news from the private attorneys by any chance?
I have no contact with them. Let's see. We'll try to. Mr. Moran, correct?
No one.
Okay, let us see what we can do, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. White, do you mind handling the 11 o'clock if anybody shows up?
No, no worries. Do we have any?
There's 2 people on the DV reset.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I can handle that.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Are there any parties here at this time for the DV reset case at 11 o'clock? Let me check those names.
Young, I know you don't have anything to do, but if you could send me a copy of that calendar, that'd be great.
Sure. Okay. I'm trying to see, is there a Randall Koffield present or a Brittany Young? Are either of those parties present? Okay.
May I be excused?
Yes, you want to leave us, Mr. Haddad, in light of all the fun that we're having?
I do, Judge. I really want to leave.
You can be excused. Take care.
It's good to see you, Judge. Thanks.
Always a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Did someone try to call Ms. McLeod already or no?
Miss McLeod's cases will be waived, and we're waiting to see about I'm trying to pull up the calendar myself. Hold on 1 second.
And Mr. Morton case is gonna be reset. It said 4/5, but that's the incorrect date. 4/5 is a Sunday. So
And 4/7, I reset 1 to 4/5 accidentally. I looked at the wrong one, apparently. 4/7 is what I meant.
okay, so so we're gonna reset them to 4/9 that Thursday.
I was 4/7. He has another hearing on
Okay.
for
So
that.
Mr. White, who was that?
Give me 1 second.
And Miss Young, will you also send me and Mr. White the DV calendar? For some reason, it won't open. I don't know what I did. It opened for a second and now it's gone. I did something. I'm sorry, Miss Young. Thank you for your help in advance. So the private attorney cases, we're likely going to have to reset till Tuesday and see if we can make some contact with either of those. Are there offers on either of those cases at this time, Mrs. Sirocco?
Sorry, which cases are we discussing, Judge?
The private attorney, which will be number 14, and Mr. Hagebrook's case, that was number 28.
We did, Judge. Neither of them are time served.
Okay, so they won't be prejudiced by a reset. Miss Young, how full are the Tuesday calendars?
It's fine. It can go on there. They have 21.
Okay.
21 defendants.
All right, thank you. Please reset number 14 and number 28 to Tuesday. Mr. Denizard and Mr. Hagebrook, your attorneys did not appear today. We're going to reset the cases in the hopes that they are able to return and assist you at that time.
So that was position 14 and position 28.
That's the only ones I have is private. Is there anyone else that had a private attorney?
That's all we have, Judge.
Okay. Mr. White, what was yours?
39 through 41.
39 through 41. You want them on Tuesday or Thursday?
Tuesday, please. 4/7, if we could.
Huh?
4/7, which is a Tuesday.
Okay, so reset it for 4/7. So that's Morton.
Correct.
Okay, so 4/7. Got you.
Thank you.
Are we complete, SAP?
I'm sorry, may I ask a question?
You can very quickly.
Yes, I am the victim in Mr. Denizard's case. So
all right, your case is going to be reset to Tuesday. We're not going to hear it today.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, take care. Have a good day.
Ma'am, you can use this link to log back in on 4/2.
Sorry?
On 4/2, use the same link you have today. You can log back in.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, I think we're complete, SAP. Those who don't need to remain with us are free to go. And I guess we'll be on hold. I don't see anyone on here for that calendar.
Ms. McLeod just signed on.
Ms. McLeod, we got information that your cases have already been waived. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. All right. Well, that's fine, Ms. McLeod. We will see you at a later date.
Your Honor, I do have a client on the later calendar, the 11
Okay.
o'clock.
All
but
right.
I'm currently in Judge Edie, so but I will try to get on at that time.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Please do your best. And if not, we'll see you at a later date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye, Ms. McLeod.
Goodbye.
Okay, I guess we'll be on hold. Is Mr. Bartels already at courtroom 2?
I did see him on my, there he is.
There he is. Mr. Bartels, I just want to know, are we taking any pleas on the 11 o'clock calendar?
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Good morning. Are we taking any pleas?
We are, Your Honor. I've got it. I still have several more folks I need to talk to who may or may not be pleased, but there will be at least a couple.
Okay, so we'll be on a brief hold while we wait for the 11 o'clock. Miss Young, if anybody by any chance logs on for the 11 o'clock DV, can you go ahead and just put them in with Mr. White so he can start interviewing them by any chance if they come early?
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm trying to find those calendars. Actually, it came with the original SAP calendar.
It did, and I opened it for a second, and then it did something, and the whole thing is gone.
Okay, I got it. I'm sending them to you.
Please, thank you, and to Mr. White. Thank you so much, Miss Young.
And I didn't get the original SAP calendar, so that's why I don't have it.
I got it, and then I did something erroneous, so apologies. Thank you. We'll be on a brief hold.
Did you all want to go over the regular calendar?
Yes, please.
Okay. Position 1 was a plea. The only change was the third party until FVIP is completed, then they may return to have contact. Position 2 was non-pros, 3 was released, 4 time served, 5, 6 released, 7, 8, 9, 10 jail jury, 11 jail jury, 12 plea, 13 non-pros, 14 we set 4-2, 15, 16 was the plea, 17 was released, 18 released, 19 we set 4-2, 20. Are we still holding on 20? I'm not for sure what's going on. Do you all have waived for position 22? I mean, position 20.
I'm sorry. For position 20, I had waived not guilty. Is that
Okay.
not right?
I was just
That's
making
what I
sure.
have.
Okay. Position 21 was the plea. Position 22, 23 were waived. Hold on 1 second. We had a little add-on there. Let's see, Gore is 23. He's also waived. 22 and 23 waived. 24, 25 waived. 26 turned into 12 months, battle suspended. Credit for 143 days. No further contact, and the stay away still stay in place. 27 non-pros. 28 4-2. 29 jail jury. 30 plea. 31 jail jury. 32 33 released. 34 35 jail jury. 36 37 jail jury. 38 jail jury. 39 40 41 47. 42 and 43 were pleased. On 43, that fine was converted to 30 hours of community service, the $300 fine. 44, 45 are pleased. Questioning 45, did they convert that fine to community service?
I'm
We
sorry.
did.
45, yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure I have that right. Okay. 46 was a plea, 47 non-pros, 48 plea, 49 non-pros, 54-2, 51 was a plea, and I have that fine staying at 300. Position 52, non-pros, position 53 was a plea, position 54 jail jury, position 55 was a plea, 56, 57 plea, 58 was released, 59 released, 60 jail jury, 61 jail jury, 62 plea, 63 non-pros. And Your Honor, I'll go ahead and call the DD people, okay? I'll give them a phone call.
And
Thank
Ms. Yu,
you.
was position 21, was that a plea? Just to make sure.
Let me go back.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
21. Yes, it was a plea. Wait 2 months of fees, non-reporting.
Excuse me, Judge Williams, I just reached out to Mr. Randall Cofield. He's gonna jump on, and I'm gonna call the other person on the DV calendar as well.
Thank you.
And Mr. Bartell, when you get a moment, if you can tell me, who is expected to take please let me know. For the 11 o'clock calendar. Mr. White, Mr. Cofield is in. I can put you all in the breakout room.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mr. Cofield, please look at your screen. It's gonna ask you to join the breakout room. Could you please remove your hat, sir? You're officially in court. Thank you.
Judge, we should be ready for Mr. Koffield.
All right. Mr. Sirocco, are you ready for Koffield as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Let me pull it up myself. And Mr. Koffield, please turn your camera on. All right, good morning. Your case is 23 CR 0083810A. In that case, you're charged with battery, family violence, and criminal trespass and damage to property. In this case, there is now currently a bench warrant for your arrest because you failed to appear for a particular hearing. I'm going to hear from the state and from your attorney today to decide whether or not that bench warrant will be lifted or whether you'll need to surrender yourself to the Fulton County Jail and then further bond out. All right, Mrs. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Mr. Koffield failed to appear for a final plea calendar before Judge Roth on October 1st, 2025. This is not his first time failing to appear for a final plea calendar on this case. He failed to appear for final plea before Judge Roth. That was on April 1st, 2025. There are no return to sender notices on file. The address he's provided each time in having, trying to get the bench warrant lifted here, it's been the same as the one that we have on file, Form 1452 Kennesaw Drive in Atlanta. We would ask that he not get a second chance. We are objecting to the lifting of the bench warrant in this case.
There was a bench warrant before and it was lifted previously as one of these calendars or something like that?
Yes, Your Honor. The similar calendar by Judge Morrow on, let me see what the date is. That was April 8th, 2025.
Okay. Mr. White?
Your Honor, actually, Mr. Koffield, actually, when he found out that he was supposed to be in court October 1st, he went down to the courthouse and talked to Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan told him there should not have been a warrant lifted because there was actually no mail sent to him. He has paperwork from Mr. Jordan. We all know Mr. Michael Jordan. And he said if there was an issue that they could call him. But Mr. Jordan told him that no mail went out. The April 1st issue was a change of address. He did change his address then, is what he explained to me. So we'd ask that you set aside the bench warrant.
Does he have that paper? Yeah,
Yeah.
can we see it?
He does.
Well, we can't see that, but
I have.
if you could take a picture of it perhaps and email it to your attorney, and then your attorney will share it with us.
And Judge Further, I'd like to say that both times that he missed court, he's obviously not trying to duck court. He did go to the clerk's office. Hold on, Mr. Koffield. He did go to the clerk's office each time and get this scheduled. So this is not an intentional ducking court. And it just seems like it doesn't really make a lot of sense to arrest him, post a new bond. He is taking every step that he's supposed to get back to court, and he hadn't missed any court. If it got to a final plea appearance, then he did make court appearances prior.
Okay. I would still like to see what he has, or Miss Young or Miss Grace. If Mr. Jordan has any information, is Mr. Jordan there with you all by any chance?
Yes, Your Honor, we can get him on. Hold on one second.
Excuse me, and what email do I send this to?
Oh, okay.
Hold 1 second.
Your Honor, give me 1 second. Mr. Jordan must be up front. I'm about to walk up there. Oh, Miss Grace going to get him.
Okay. Or just ask him if he's familiar with, you all can verify what he is saying as part of the clerk's office as well. So he doesn't have to
But I
come.
see his bond forfeiture in there, and Mr. Jordan didn't put his notes in.
You said he did not or he did?
He put that he gave him the release. 452 Kennesaw Drive. Hold on 1 second. Why should you to Mr. Jordan? Let me see what was the address that they changed it to. So, Your Honor, it had to be wrong addresses that was in. Because I have the 452 when he updated it on 42.
Okay, so
But he is on his way up. So the address that we have now, we never had that address on file.
okay. So you can confirm essentially what Mr. White is saying, that the mail did not go.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Based on that information, you don't have to, based on what Ms. Young is saying, we will lift the bench warrant this time, Mr. Koffield. Mr. Koffield, it is going to be your responsibility to keep checking on this case, okay? So perhaps once a month, you need to call the clerk's office and see what's happening, such that this doesn't continue to happen, okay?
Yes, ma'am. But
Do
I had
not
a problem when I called the clerks. They don't answer. I've been calling them for like 5 days. They don't answer.
just
They be
come down
early.
to the courthouse then, okay? Because you don't want to end up in this
Is there,
situation.
Judge, I hate to do this, but can we still try and verify this a little bit further? Because I'm looking at the when this address was put into his profile here, it was entered in April 2nd, 2025.
Okay. And Mr. Jordan, I think logged on. Mr. Jordan, do you know what perhaps may have happened? Did Miss Grace or Miss Young fill you in?
Yes, I did. You should be great.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan, for coming. I appreciate you. We're having some information that the mail may not have gone out in this case, and this gentleman may have come down to the courthouse to address this matter. I don't know if you're familiar. Do you remember or have any information to give to the state?
Yeah, so I went through the check to see when the notice was sent out because he said and he didn't receive the notice. But so when I looked at the case, this is Koffield, right?
Yes.
Right. So for some reason, the notice was not generated to mail out to him. It was a notice generated to go out via email. So he
Okay.
never got mail. It was just an email notification, and I'm not sure if the litigation manager at the time didn't notice that his notice did not print out.
Understood. Okay, so we'll waive this. We'll release the bench warrant at this time. Thank you, Mr. Jordan, for coming on. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. All right, you're free to go, Mr. Koffield. Keep up with this case, okay?
Okay, so do they have the correct address on file? Just in case, because I mean I'm trying to get this case over with as fast as possible because I'm not guilty, so I'm not running no ducking.
Mr. Koffield,
What's up?
Let's make sure it's the right address, and then so if you want to say
I
the address.
have,
Miss
I have
Young, what address do we have? Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
1452 Kennesaw Drive, Northwest. Is there an apartment number?
No, that's a house.
Okay, so I have that, and the zip code being 30318.
Yes.
And that's correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Oh, we're all
All
good
right.
then.
All right, you're good to go, Mr. Koffield. Take care. Have a good day.
You too.
And the other party was
Brittany Young.
Brittany Young.
Miss Grace is on the phone trying to get her to sign on now.
Okay, thank you. We'll be on hold for a
Log on
second.
now, Judge.
She's coming on. Thank you.
No problem.
Ms. Young is on. Can get a breakout, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Judge Williams, I think we're ready for Ms. Young as well.
Give me one moment. I'll bear with you.
No worries.
All right, thank you for your patience today, ma'am. You are here today. thought I had it. Miss Young, your case is 26 CR 00697C. In this case, you're charged with battery family violence and simple battery family violence. There is currently a bench warrant active for your arrest because you failed to appear for a court date. I'm going to listen to the state, and then I'm going to listen to your attorney to see whether or not that bench warrant should be lifted or whether you'll be required to surrender yourself to the Fulton County Jail. All right. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. I don't see a rule nisi here. I can only assume she would have FTA'd for the March 16th plea and arraignment calendar. It's the only previous court date here. And I don't see return to sender notice on file.
Okay. Mr. White?
Your Honor, actually, Ms. Young did have car trouble. She received her notice, and she went later that week to have the case reset. There's some sort of oil issue, and the car hasn't been moved since. But we just ask that you set aside the bench warrant.
Has she had any previous, she missed it this one time, Mr. Sirocco?
It's just this one time. Judge states has no objection to lifting.
All right, ma'am, Miss Young, you understand this is very serious. You really don't get a second chance at this. So we will lift it this one time, but any other time you're going to have to make arrangements in the future to get yourself to any other court dates. You calling a friend, taking public transportation, because if you miss another one, we will not be lifting that one. Okay. And also it's your responsibility to keep checking on this case. I say you call down to the clerk's office once a month to make sure you don't have anything up and coming that you would miss, such that you would be subject to a bench warrant. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll release that bench warrant and you're free to go at this time.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, Mr. White, Mr. Sirocco, does that conclude your business today? Or will you be remaining with us for the other calendar?
That's it for me, Your Honor.
All
Good
right.
Lord.
And Miss Young, I'll be sending you those null pros orders for Judge
Okay,
Steve.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. All right, whenever Mr. Bartels is ready, we can begin. I know there was other interviews. Good morning, Ms. Tucker. I think we're still doing some interviews at courtroom 2, so we'll be on a brief hold, all right?
All right, I'll be here whenever.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You ready, Mr. Bartels? Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor. Well, yes, still morning. Feels like afternoon right now. I think we'll have pleas on Mr. Bates, Mr. Brinson, Mr. Jenkins, Mr. Daniels, and Mr. Webb. I think the deputies are wanting to start with Mr. Bates.
Okay, I'm sorry. I heard Bates, Daniels, Webb, and what was the other one?
Okay, the Bates, Daniels, Webb, Jenkins, and Mr. Brinson.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we'll be ready to start in just a minute. He is talking with Mr. Bates. They want to start with him. Yeah. You want to go ahead?
Ms. Tucker, can you send me those, please, over? Those,
Yes.
thank you.
Are you ready? Okay, you can have it. Your Honor, I think we can start with Mr. Jenkins. That's
Okay.
a negotiated plea.
Okay, Mr. Jenkins, good morning. Your case is 26 CR 001653G. In this case, you're charged with criminal trespass. You have an absolute right to remain silent. You have a right to counsel, and I'm conducting this hearing by video. Do you understand your rights and how I'm conducting the hearing today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Jenkins is pleading guilty. The terms will be 12 months to serve 60 days, credit for time served 15 days, balance probated, to complete an MHET, 40 hours of community service, to have no further contact with Xana Bartley, and to stay away from 207 Mills Street in Atlanta.
Okay. And is Xana Bartley here by any chance and wishes to make a statement? All right. Before we begin, Mr. Campbell, I see you online. Your client was scheduled for our SAP calendar, I believe. Mr. Christopher Campbell? Yes, and what we did was we reset his case until Tuesday, unless you have another announcement for the matter today. The prosecuting attorneys with offers are now gone.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. So he's in custody on new charges. But I'll do you know whose case it's assigned to?
I don't, but if you want to waive, go ahead and waive his arraignment and send him to a division judge. That's an option. Or you can log back on Tuesday and see if there's, I know you said he has other charges, but if you want to speak to them to resolve it, then that's an option as well.
Okay, I thought we already waived it. I'll look into it. If we haven't, I'll just file a waiver.
Thank you. Understood. Thank you, Mr. Campbell. You're free to go. Take care.
All right, thank you.
All right. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Jenkins, for that. That was a little bit of a moving pieces here. Is Ms. Bartley present? Okay. Hearing none, Mr. Bartels, was that your understanding of the offer, and do you stipulate to the 3 elements?
That is, Your Honor. We do stipulate, and we would ask the court to consider waiving the first 2 months of probation. Yes.
Okay, I'll waive the first 2 months of fees. He is going to have to serve some additional time under this. We're correct?
Right. I advised him that it would be 15 days from today, with 2-for-1 credit.
Okay. All right. Understood. Mr. Jenkins, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Do you wish to take a plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And is anyone forcing you to take a plea?
No, ma'am.
And you understand taking a guilty plea, you're giving up your right to trial by judge and jury.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove this charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
And you fully understand all the requirements, including the community service, the evaluation you'd have to undergo, that you have some additional time to serve at the Fulton County Jail, and that you need to have no contact with Ms. Anna Bartlett, and you're going to stay away from that address on Mill Street. You understand all of that, Mr. Jenkins, as explained to you by your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And you still wish to take the plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that taking a plea can affect other aspects of your life, such as probation, employment, immigration, things I may not be able to anticipate?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, with that, how do you plead to the charge of criminal trespass?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea at this time. If there's nothing additional from Ms. Tucker or Mr. Bartels, this matter is closed. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further.
All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Jenkins, and don't go back to that address, okay?
Ma'am.
Good luck.
All right.
Who's this next?
This is Mr. Bates. He is number 2 on the calendar.
All right, can we turn off the live stream just for a moment?